All right. Well, thank you guys all for getting on tonight. I'm glad to see some more faces this evening, and I'm really super excited to have Sarah on our call. You're actually our very first guest speaker, so be honored you're on the Team Steadfast call, and hopefully we have a lot more speakers as we go, because I know you guys love to hear me talk all the time, but it is nice to hear somebody else too and their experiences. So Sarah, what I really want you to do is kind of just, give a little bit of your story. I said they might know a little bit from seeing you post, but just kind of your background, how you got started with this, and a little bit about, what you do, and, also if you want to talk about your health issues at all and how that factored into you being a coach.
Yes, sorry. I was just dealing with downloading this PowerPoint. It just totally mixed up the format, so I was just dealing with that.
Okay.
I can totally get into it right now. So hello everyone. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place right now. I'm just getting everything set up for you guys. I'm so excited to be on with you all. My name's Sarah, to be honest. For those of you that don't know how to say my last name, very common that people don't know how to say it. If you go to participants, you can also mute all.
Yeah, how do I do that?
Did you get it? Oh, you muted yourself. I see. Okay. Sorry, I got muted too. So I will just get into it a little bit about myself, and then I'll go into, how I found out about coaching. So I currently am 21 years old. I'm from Boston. I am a college student. I work with my mom in daycare, so I'm not a full-time coach yet, and I do Beachbody. I've been taking credit overload the past year, building my business. And let me tell you, this is why I'm going to talk to you guys about time management. Because if I could do it and take, 2 years of college in one, work full time with 10, so I do daycare with my mom. I take care of 10 little kids a day. And let me tell you, it's possible. So nap time will be your gold for you guys that are moms. Of course, I don't have kids, but I do know that nap time is gold. My mom's in daycare for over 22 years, and it's been in our house. So, I'm always around kids. So I will get into how I found Carly. So Carly Del Carlo is my upline coach. I found her on Instagram like a lot of her other challengers, and I joined her first challenge group. I was following her way back when, and I decided, you know what? I needed a change. So about 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with celiac disease, which is a gluten intolerance. I was so sick. I was sleeping 18 hours a day. I made a post about it today, so if you want more of a background, you can see it today. But doctors were telling me that I was lying, that, all my symptoms would be fixed if I went to an obese clinic. I was 150 pounds. I wasn't too overweight. So I don't understand what they were thinking. But anywho, after I was diagnosed with celiac disease, I found Carly. I was diagnosed in October, and then it was confirmed with a scope in December, and I found Carly in May. Within that time, I gained over 30 pounds after my diagnosis because my body was so nutrient deficient. So when I was eating food that my body could tolerate, I was just packing on weight. And of course, anything that was labeled gluten-free, then I started eating, because that was the only safe food I knew of. It was just so new to me. I was 18 years old at the time, so 3 years ago. And so I found Carly. I joined her first group. I was her first customer. My mom and I signed up on the spot. We didn't care. We both said, we have nothing to lose. We figured, it's probably going to be another one of those things we try and don't like, but what do we have to lose? My mom has 2 knee replacements. She has diabetes, and we knew that we needed to make a change. My dad, was my biggest skeptic, and so isn't others close to me. And we said, enough's enough. He used to ask us, how much do you spend for that protein shake? And my mom flat out said, it means a lot to our health. And if you had these health issues, then maybe, you would do the same thing. And so now I'm saying he's drinking Shakeology now that he was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So it really goes to show that, when you are diagnosed with something, people really take their health for granted. And I know I did. I was a 17-year-old partying all the time. So I would go from partying right to working retail, no sleep in between, to now, like, what day is it? It's Thursday, and I'm home doing schoolwork and working from home, and I love it. And, I could be out with my friends who are in college, out, like, drinking and stuff. That's not my thing. I would rather work from home and, build a life of my dreams. So that's just a little bit of my background. I'm still struggling with autoimmune. Of course, I have celiac disease. I'm currently getting tested for lupus. So if I have time with me not feeling well all the time, you guys surely will have time too. So when I started this business, I was working 3 part-time jobs. I was going to school full-time, commuting an hour a day to and from school. And I also was sleeping, over 12 hours a day because I was so sick. So it's possible. It really is. It really depends on how bad you want it. I will talk more about, success partners and stuff, but I will say that the other night I had a call with my success partner, and it really, lit that fire within me. My why. It's, of course, something that I remember every day, but telling someone my why and how attainable it has become over the past 2 years, it's like I'm so close to hitting, that goal I set. And sometimes you may feel like you're treading water in this business, or feeling like, that you're staying complacent, or staying in the same spot, and everyone else is moving, and everyone else is like moving and grooving, and you're sitting over here like, why me? Why am I sitting here and not moving forward, and everyone else is? And we will go over that, how can you move your business forward? How can you guys, put that daily action into place? So that's what I'm going to go over. Sometimes I ramble, especially when it gets later. So that's why I made a PowerPoint. So let me just try to screen share. Let's see. It wouldn't let me do a PowerPoint. So let's see. Can you guys see that? Yeah. It's the little, I made a PowerPoint and it was not letting me do it. So that's fine.
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay, let me know if you can't, because I had to download it as a PDF, so it's a little bootleg right now.
That's okay. I can see it. Hopefully everybody else can. But...
Okay, perfect. I just have to scroll with it. It's weird. But tonight I'm going to talk about how to make the most of what you have, okay? I remember so long, probably a year and a half into the business. So I've been a coach for 2 years. I signed up as a coach simply to help others. I did not know I'd get paid. I was naive. I was, just turned 19. I didn't care. I was the baby on the team. Anytime I went to events, I was the baby. I was the one that couldn't get into the parties or anything because I was so young. So, and I didn't care. I just, I wanted to help someone change their life, just like Carly helped me change mine. So I'm going to talk about, how to make the most of what you have, because I remember wishing and waiting for it. Like, oh, I can't wait until I finish school in 2016 because I'll have more time. Do you ever wish you have more time? Like, I know we all do. But why wish? Instead, use that time that you do have, because I guarantee you all have it and we're just wasting it. So let's get into time management, which is a huge thing that I've implemented. Of course, I can still improve in it. But I always ask myself when I'm doing something, is this the best use of my time? And lately it's been, when I'm scrolling on my newsfeed, when sometimes I'm saying, it's in the middle of my power hour and I'm finding new contacts, and you end up scrolling and reconnecting with people. That's not the best use of your time sometimes. Maybe you can, take some time aside for that later on. But we're going to talk about, how to schedule your days and weeks in advance. I like to schedule my days at least a day in advance. So tomorrow is actually already pre-scheduled, just because it helps me get my brain organized. So today I'm less overwhelmed. If I don't get something done on my to-do list, I will have a spot to get it done tomorrow. Okay. So like tomorrow morning, I will wake up 5 a.m. It's my day off from daycare. And I will wake up at 5 a.m., get my workout done, my power hour, get ready, eat breakfast, and I actually have a meeting with someone from corporate that's coming into town. So I'll be off for that. And then, I will have the rest of my day planned too. So I use something that's a paper planner. It's called, do I have it right here? No, I don't. It's called the Passion Planner. Wait, no. That was the one I used to use. So I used to use the Passion Planner and Erin Condren, and I really love those two. But personally, the one I've been using is Day Designer. And I really love that one because it allows you to not only break down by time, your tasks and everything, but also your notes and your goals and your top priorities for the day. I really do love the Passion Planner and Erin Condren too. I've, spent tons of money on different planners. It's just my thing. But I found that one's the best, and it's from Target, and it's under $20. So you kind of can't go wrong there. But I want you guys to focus on the behaviors that will move your business forward, because let's be real, at the end of the day, we just need to focus on what's going to move our business forward, not, those likes on Facebook and making those photos pretty. Because I know I used to get caught up in that too, spending sometimes half an hour on photos to promote a challenge group, when in reality, you could have just done one in 2 seconds, okay? So focus on the things that are really going to move your business forward. Those personal messages, those posts on social media. Yes, you can take, 5, 10, 15 minutes on those posts, but try to, do that in advance. Do your power hours. We're going to go over templates of power hours that you can implement and customize, something that will work for you, and make the most out of your time with these power hours, because I know we're all busy in our own ways, whether, you guys are parents or you work full time, or beach bodies, your sole focus. So I want you guys to focus on, the 10, 15, or 20-minute increments, even if, today I was at CVS and I was waiting in line. I had the 15 minutes that I was waiting because it was taking forever, and before I would have been annoyed. Instead, I used that time wisely, and I just went through emails and I sent emails. So find that time where you're wasting time, because then at the end of the day, you'll sleep better at night knowing, that you got more accomplished and you wasted less time. And I love seeing all these little kids on here. So cute. I see little faces. Okay, power hour breakdown. Here's the 1 hour power hour. I built my business in 1 hour a day in the beginning. Of course, now I do more than an hour a day, but in the beginning it was 1 hour a day. That's it. That's all I could do. So I focused on, new conversations with new contacts, following up with people, working on my inbox, because you want to make sure that the messages coming in also go out. Posting on social media 3 to 5 times a day, which is so important. Also find your top 5 or top 10 things that you want to post about. For me, it's a little bit unique because a lot of my stuff is going to have to do with health and fitness because of my autoimmune disease. So of course, more of my posts may be about like food or fitness than others, but 3 to 5 times per day is a great way to post on social media, and just have that presence on social media, because you want it to be working for you when you're sleeping, when you are busy with your kids, when you are, at school, at work. And also check in with your challengers, because I even told my coaches, when you're inviting to that challenge group, make sure that that you're in the challenge group to keep that energy high. Don't just invite them to the party and not show up and have that party planned for them. That's something that I've really been focusing on lately. Okay, let's get into the 4 hour power hour, which is, 4 separate or 3 separate segments that Sarah Tri created. And I actually do this, but I break it down into, about 3-ish hours, because I don't do my posts during this time because it just doesn't work for me. But in the morning, I like to do an hour and a half before work. So I get up, 5 a.m. before work, or 4:45. I know it's early, but I sleep better at night. I go to bed earlier, just getting more things done then. I get my 3 new conversations in. I get my follow-ups done for the day. And I go through my inbox, because oftentimes if I'm talking to people that the day before, the night before, you have people in your inbox. Like right now I have an overflowing inbox, and I tell my coaches, if you want more likes and you want more messages and you want more comments, give more likes, more messages, and more comments.
Yeah,
okay.
I think that's something that, some of them are struggling with, is that there's no messages in the inbox because the conversations aren't happening.
Yes, so I can even go over that, because that was me in the beginning.
Okay.
I will definitely go over that. So then afternoon, I usually do this during nap time. The daycare kids go down for a nap between 1 and 3. I like to get my 1 to 2 hours done then, and I will go on Facebook and meet new people in Facebook groups and such like that, or Instagram, and then work on that inbox. So if you don't have messages in your inbox, that's okay. How are you going to get that to happen? You're going to send more messages. If you want 10 messages in your inbox, send 10 messages. It's simple as that. It may seem overwhelming at first, but let me tell you, it's so easy. Hey girl, how was your day? Hey girl, I saw you guys went to Disney. How was your family trip? Super simple, you guys. I find when you overthink it is when things get complicated. And that's when I freeze. I know when I get overwhelmed, I freeze and I don't take action. So I want you guys to focus on taking that action daily. And if you have questions or you feel like yourself freezing or not knowing what to do, ask your coach, ask your teammate, ask your success partner. And then at night, I like to check into my Facebook groups, do a few more follow-ups, because always follow-ups are the top of my to-do list, basically, and go through my inbox. Make sure you're posting on social media. Again, I don't do my posts during my power hour. This is Sarah Tries format, but that just format did not work for me. I just have this, like, I wake up before I go to work, I post a quote or something about my day, and then I have like a little thing, like each thing I'm doing, like during lunch, I'll post a food picture. I just have an action that I'm doing each day associated with my posting. That's just how I've been able to make it all happen. Also, when you are, building up this contact list of people doing your power hour, you want to make sure you have a contact list. In the beginning, I didn't have a contact list, and that's one thing I regret. I want you guys to think, does paper or digital work for you? Stick with it and be consistent with it, because that's going to help you. Recently, I've been, putting everyone onto one contact list, and let me tell you, it's giving me a headache, because that's 2 years worth of people that I could have already had on there. And that's because in the beginning, when I signed up, there was no Coach Basics or anything. So maybe this seemed like common sense to you guys, but I was just so excited to get started. I didn't have a set up contact list. I just had, a bunch of pieces of paper and sticky notes. So I want you guys to focus on using the simplest form so you stay current with it, because when you get fancy, things don't stay current. And I know that because that was me. And always have a backup or a master list. That's what I like to do. I put it on Google Drive and have a backup.
What do you suggest that they have on their contact list?
Contact list, I like to do name. It depends what you use. If you're using paper and you're just doing a sole contact list, I would say just, name, how you met them. That's very important. And just like notes about them and such like that. Because then for me, I track on a separate form. Mm-hmm. I track using Asana, which is right here. Some people do it all on Asana. I like to have a Google Drive list for my contacts that I can print out easily, because I like having tangible things in front of me. So I
told them this before too, and I never did the contact list either. And I know, like, it's preached and everybody says the contact list is so important. And then a year later, you're working on your contact list. So I'm like, you got to get started now. So,
yeah, get started with that contact list. I really love Asana too. But Asana, I find that it's really hard to have a contact list on there, because that is basically an online free scheduling tool. You can like pre-decide who you're going to follow up with on what date to remind yourself, which I love that. And it's free. So I do a combination, Asana for my daily activity is what I call it, my messages to people. And I use Google Drive as my contact list. So I'm going to get into Success Club, guys. This is the main topic of our call tonight. I hope I'm not losing you guys. If you guys have any questions, too, put them in the chat box, because I love questions. Okay, so what is Success Club? You guys should know that from Coach Basics, but of course, Success Club is helping 3 people each month, 3 to 5 people, depending on what they get. Usually, I know for me, people sign up with a challenge pack because it's more bang for their buck. Why sign up with just Shakeology if it's the same price? That's just my theory. You want to remember that when you sign up new coaches, or if you're a new coach yourself, Success Starters, get your free ticket to Summit. Your first 3 months as a coach, if you hit Success Club, you'll earn your ticket for Summit. That's amazing. And that's something that all new coaches should be striving for. Also, if you're hitting Success Club monthly, that will pay for your Shakeology right there. Why not get your Shakeology for free, right? So if you do that, you're going to have your Shakeology for free. When you hit Success Club each month, it's a marker in your business. It's showing that your business is growing, that your business is continuously compounding over itself over time. I know for me, it's definitely a reflection of how consistent I've been, because I know there's times that I didn't think I was going to hit it, but I believed I could because I put in that daily action. I've been hitting Success Club since October 2013, so 22 months consecutively, and let me tell you, some months are hard. This month is a hard month, but guess what? That's not an excuse. That's a reason to push forward. My whole mentality sometimes, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to hit Success Club? Of course I am. Are there 3 people out there that I can go meet today that I could go help them change their life? Yes. That's the answer. It's all about shifting your mindset. Of course, personal development is key for that. And remember, Success Club means you're just changing lives. How amazing is that? So I want you guys to remember that. It's not, a fancy club or anything. It's just changing lives, which is still, of course, amazing. Excuse me. Keep having a tickle in my throat. But I want you guys to focus on how can you achieve Success Club? How can you break it down daily and set those goals and make a daily action? Because I know for myself, if I don't break down a big monthly goal, it's not going to happen. That's just me. It just doesn't happen. So let's break it down for you guys. Daily activity, of course, is key. That's what I call it with my coaches. Sending those personal invites, those follow-ups, building your contacts in your contact list and checking into your groups are key to building Success Club, right? Because those could be new customers and coaches each and every month. But you wouldn't do that if you weren't sending those personal messages and following up with people or adding new contacts. So I want you guys to focus on the daily action and daily behaviors that will push your business forward, like I said before. Focus on things that are attainable. So I know for me, like I get anxiety very easily. And when I heard about Success Club, I'm like, oh God, cue the anxiety, like here it goes again. I remember when I was hearing about it, but I said, you know what, enough's enough. I need to make this happen. And if this is going to be, my future, this business, then it's going to happen. So I focus on the obtainable. What can I do? What's in my power every day? The amount of invites I send, the amount of what I call them. If you didn't listen to the National Coach Call this week, listen to it. She called new messages, hey girl messages. And that's what I actually called mine before. And it's so funny. So I always send hey girl messages every day. Remember, if you want more messages in your inbox, send more. I've been doing that lately. And let me tell you, I cannot keep up with my inbox because I'm really pushing to go full time as a coach. So I've been like pushing things into overdrive, like quadrupling the amount of work I've been doing daily to make that happen because it's on me. It's not on your coach. It's not on your sponsor. It's not on, your dog, your cat, whoever didn't allow you to get your work done that day or your kids. It's on you. That's, at the end of the day, it's so true. I want you guys to remember that success happens when you take that action daily because I know it's possible. Remember that I'm going to break it down for you guys of what you guys can do daily. Daily action will lead to results. The Compound Effect is a great example of that, or The Slight Edge. Those two books are amazing. And focus what's in your power. Think every day, what can you do to move yourself forward? I want you guys to think today and make a list, okay? 5 to 10 things that you can do daily and put them in order of what is most important to move your business forward. What are 5 to 10 things that you can do daily to move your business forward, okay? And put that on your daily to-do list. Even if that's your only business to-do list then each and every day. Start there. So what can you do? You can send, you can do 3 to 5 posts per day, 3 to 5 invites per day, 3 to 5 new contacts or new conversation. Oh, that's supposed not to say contacts twice. Conversations per day, things like that. It's all about adding these like little behaviors and having them add up because the greater the activity, the greater the results. That's something I realized. If I want to move my business quicker, the more activity I'll be doing. Because again, it's on me. Because I remember before I'm like, oh, I didn't get enough invites sent today because I had too much homework. At the end of the day, it's on me. So I want you guys to remember, track your contacts and your activity. You guys, do you guys have the business activity tracker in your files? I don't know if you guys use that one or a different one.
We have I have the BAT post in there, but I also have one that I made that I use that I think
that's what I do too.
easier to follow.
Yeah.
Hopefully people are using it. I don't know for sure if they are.
You guys should be. It's definitely helpful. So this is something that I've recently started using. You can even take a screenshot later if you don't, or now. It's something that Sarah Try uses, and she made this for us. And it's, how to predict your goals. Why not, right? If you guys want to predict your goals and your action, why not go for it? If you want to hit $2,000 a week, why not go for it? But you need to put in that daily behavior each day. So this is something I'm going to start putting into effect because I know I'm going to need to kick things up a notch. So this is just something that I wanted to post for you, like show you guys, because I know it's like tried and true method. Okay, lastly, sorry, I talked kind of quick. Key takeaways. Remember, It's going to end soon, so I guess I'm on track. Remember, focus on what you can do, not what you don't have time for. I remember, saying so much, I didn't have time to do this today. In reality, it's maybe I didn't want to do that today. Focus on eating the frog. If you guys haven't read that book, it's a great book. Focus on the things you don't want to do first. For me, it was personal messages because I had so much anxiety behind them. The book Go For No really helped me with that. Focus on being productive and not just busy. I'm queen of being busy, you guys. Like, I just love being busy. And if I'm just like laying on the couch, like, I feel lazy. So I remember before I was just being busy and not productive. So be productive because you're going to have a great effect on your life, not just your business. Have fun and go change someone's life because at the end of the day, that's what we want to do. And lastly, goal setting. Okay, I want you guys to do this. Set monthly non-negotiable goals. I did that at November 2013. I was at the Platinum Edge conference. I'm going again this year. And Christine Dwyer said, you know what, Success Club for me was a non-negotiable when I signed up as a coach. I knew that it's something I had to hit no matter what. And so I was like sitting there and I just hit Emerald. And I'm sitting there 2 months in as a coach and I'm like, okay, it's now or never. Like, oh God, like I just hit Success Club. It was November 1st, 2013. And I hit Success Club for the first time that October. So I was like, okay, like I did in October, now it's now or never. I have to do it in November too. And ever since, that was my non-negotiable. Make it your non-negotiable, you guys. And I mean, just think just do it. Imagine how much your business would change. 2, set personal, business, and team goals. I do that. And when I started setting team goals too, my team exploded. Even if your team is just yourself right now, you're still leading you. And 3, focus on being productive. How much time can you save and be more productive with it? Can you I hear there's like a feature so you can take your newsfeed off your Facebook. I don't know. I hear that's a thing. Also, just getting the groups app for your phone. That's another way to save time if you get sucked into the newsfeed like me. 4, lastly, make Success Club, again, you're no matter what, it's on you. And then lastly, before I just do questions, I really love this quote and I wanted to end with it. So it says, when things don't happen right away, remember it takes 6 months to build a Rolls Royce and 13 hours to build a Toyota. So that to me just like made me really realize my boyfriend didn't like it. I showed it to him like so proud and I forgot he works for Toyota. So yeah, that didn't go over well in my house, but that was pretty funny. But it's really helped me just put things into perspective, just focusing on what I can do each and every day. So I hope that helped you guys and that I didn't talk too quick.
No, I think, people are used to Carly talking fast too. So I think that was awesome. And honestly, like, I know I could sit and scroll my newsfeed and Instagram for 15 minutes and then I'm like, I didn't post anything. So I think just taking time, prioritizing the things you're going to do, making a list. I think when you have a to-do list to follow, you're so much more likely to stay on track. So I really think that, having that schedule like you showed, certain things to do. Oh, this is Carly. She talks fast. Yeah, and making Success Club a priority. I'm nervous about sending these new contact things too lately. And it's like, when I first started, and I still am in love with Beachbody. I'm in love with Shakeology, and it's like, why not talk to people about it? Why not have those conversations, change somebody's life? I try to remind everyone, remember why you signed up as a coach, or remember why, something I posted or something I said that made you want to do that, and what made you decide that this was something for you. Share that with other people. Share that passion that you felt from it. So, yeah, I loved everything you said. I hope people take away from it and make some lists and remember that Success Club is definitely something that can be happening every single month. So really it should be non-negotiable. It's 2 to 3 people, that you can reach out to. So does anybody have any questions?
Okay. keeping people fully committed, that's a great question. But to be real, like, I remember before I used to be like, the last day of the month, you know, someone backs out. Now what? To be real, you're screwed, right? That's because you aren't talking to enough people. Simple as that. If you're sending 3 invites a day, 3 to 5 invites per day, that's my thing. I remember before when I wouldn't send enough invites, I'd be like, oh crap, you know, 11:59, last day of the month, like, thank God it went through. Otherwise, you know, now I'm like pushing in the beginning of the month. And running challenge groups now, I like to, my team, we do team-wide challenges. I don't know what you guys do. But so the first Monday of the month, we do a challenge group. So in October, the first Monday of the month is the 5th. So obviously I'm going to try to get successful points on the board before the 5th. That's how I work. And then the second Monday of the month, we have a 5-day free group. Third Monday of the month, we have a 21-day group coming on. Fourth Monday of the month, we have another free 5 days. So it's constantly inviting. If someone says no, I'm going to invite them again the same month for something else. Simple as that.
Yeah. And that's why, honestly, if people aren't wanting to, you know, fully do a program, then put them into your clean eating group. Let them get a taste of what things are like and follow up with them after that for a challenge group. So that's
really been key for me, clean eating groups.
I think just a key thing that you keep saying is if you want to get people enrolled, if you want to have people in your challenge groups, you have to be talking to people all the time. And you can't rely on those 2 people who said they were going to do it, because that's what happened to me last month. People backed out and I didn't have enough conversations going. So that was definitely a lesson learned there. So definitely have to be talking all the time. We have 3 minutes left. Does anybody else have any questions for Sarah?
Questions? No, keep them coming. My team always has like no questions for me. My mom will ask questions.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
Anything, anybody?
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on. I think it was great. So if nobody has any questions, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up. But I love your PowerPoint. I've never done a PowerPoint. So
I just ramble late at night. So my team knows that. Like, for my calls, I usually don't do them, but I'm like, I need to not ramble. These people don't know me as well.
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome. I was like totally following along the whole time, so that was cool. But I don't think you'll be seeing PowerPoints from me all the time, too, but I'll work on that.
Totally fine.
I may make one for your call. We'll see. But thank you again so much. And if anybody has any questions after this call, you can post in the group, and I'll make sure that we relay them to Sarah if anything else comes up. And I will be posting on our team page to follow up with you all as well to see what you are implementing from this phone call. So I definitely want to see what you guys are doing. We have, 13 days left in the month, almost 2 weeks. So plenty of time to make things happen. And I know that we all can do it, so I'm excited for that. Come on, I have fun trying to get my Zoom. Oh, yeah. Yes, you have to tell me about that. I want to know more. So thank you guys. If any of you, I know we've been talking about conversations with each other on the team. I know, Brooke, I want to talk to you. Brittany, I need to hear about how your thing went. And if anybody else, remember, you can schedule one-on-ones with me. That's what that call scheduler is there for. So thank you again, Sarah. I'm sorry if we keep you up too late. I know it's a later call time. My baby's supposed to be sleeping, but he's not. So have a great night, everybody, and we will chat soon. Bye, Sarah.
Bye.
Oh, wait, stop.